So we can start with a basic question. How did your team started? Like, when was your team founded? What was the story behind your team starting the FRC adventure?
You want me?
Yeah.
All right. So our team started in 2006, and our mentor, our first mentor, he came to our school, and he had previously worked with another FRC team, but he wanted to start his own. So we started out our team in 2006 with 15 members and 2 mentors. And then, so this will be our 17th season, and we now have around 30 members and around 20 mentors.
Yeah, thank you. So we can move on to another question.
How is the sociological structure of your team? For example, do you have any members from different countries?
So no, most of our members come from around our area. Just because the Michigan area has so many different teams in it, we have like over 500 teams. It's sort of difficult to get members from even other counties just because they're most likely to go to a team in their county. But we do have a few members from different like places in Michigan, but not different countries.
Oh, okay, so the purpose of this question was in some places there are not many FRC competitions and FLL competitions. So from our area, at least some near countries come to our country to compete, like from Poland and
Greece.
Yeah, Greece. And that's why we asked this question, because there are so many cultural I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, that was the reason why we asked this question. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Do you think there is a balanced gender dispersion among your team members? Can you give us a ratio or a specific number that shows the gender dispersion among your team?
Yeah, so I believe our team this year is about 40% female, 60% male. I believe the majority of the females on our team are going to go to business, but that's mostly just because they were on FTC. So a lot of them have already sort of figured out what they want to do. And it just so happened that it laid out that like 2 or 3 of the girls that are coming in, I sort of recruited to business. But we're definitely working on like making sure that girls have the opportunity to go into the mechanical side of it and everything like that.
Yeah, and even though that like the majority of our team are men, like there's an equal amount of team leadership on our team that is female compared to
Yeah.
male team leadership.
Yeah, our like overall student leadership is actually Caitlin right here. She's our supervisor, and she is obviously female. Well, not obviously, but she's female.
Like 2 of our captains are female as well,
Yes.
so we support that. As you know, working as a team is a quite difficult situation. How do you continue your teamwork? Could you share a project that you guys created as a whole team?
Sure. Sorry. So I would say that definitely the project that requires the entire team contribution is obviously building the robot, just because we all work on it from the award side where they're getting all the stats and the data so that we know how to properly present it, and then teaching all of the people that build it how to inform everyone about what's going on. And then we have the mechanical side with Ben and Sandra right here, and they're the ones that are actually building it. And then I'm on sponsorship and outreach, so I'm going to be like using the robot at like different events or whatever, and I'm helping get the money to provide us with the materials to make the robot. And the main way that we communicate with each other is every single week we have a student leadership meeting where we all come together and talk about our progress and what needs to get done and what we're hoping to get done and just how everything's going overall. And that way we can communicate our needs with each other and make sure that we're all understanding what's going on.
Thank you for your answer.
What kind of process does your team go through while creating a project? According to which factors do you make the distribution of tasks? Can you explain that process to us step by step?
Yeah, so really who's in charge of like necessarily like each project we do, it kind of falls on what subgroup of our team that project falls under. And so if there's like a project in like awards and media that like I'm the captain, I'm our awards and media captain, so I would delegate who is working on what part of the project. But if it was happening on mechanical, our mechanical captain would handle that. Or if it was on sponsorship, Annalise would handle that. So it's really up to like the captain of that subgroup to kind of, you know, see what the project is and see what different team members can do and participate on the parts of that project.
Sandra, do you want to talk about the electrical side of things, how you guys delegate and problem solve there?
Well, this year we're going to specifically use these things called Gantt charts. They allow you to kind of lay out things based on time intervals. So that's what electrical is going to use this year.
And along with those smaller subgroup specifics like Ty and Sandra were talking about, for overall like designing and thought process on the robot, we'll gather the entire team to share ideas and decide what we want to do with the robot, what different options we could take to design it, and work together to figure out exactly what we want to do. Even if not all of us are on mech and electrical, we have everyone contribute to that thought and design process.
So İklim would like to ask you a question.
What are your team's current projects? Can you explain a few of your projects? Just a short.
Yeah. So our current projects, I feel like this is all of our answers, but they depend on our sub team. So I know that electrical right now, you guys are working on Swerve Drive.
Yeah, I know I answered this one.
So we can move on to another.
Yeah, like
Well,
I like.
I would
I
just say like, oh, sorry, I would just say,
Zoom is very hard.
sorry. I would just like to say that like, you know, even though we all have like different projects right now, our main project as a team, like today is our kickoff event. And so we're going to get like the overall game for the robot and everything. So mainly right now, we're not working on specific projects. We're kind of just introducing everybody to the season today and kind of getting everybody back into like, you know, a robotics train of thought. And so our biggest project right now is just, you know, starting off the season and brainstorming all of our ideas, and then our different projects will come from that.
And adding on to what Ty said, our projects for the past couple of weeks have been running our workshops where our different captains will hold workshops for newer students that tell them like about what their subgroup does, what they'll be doing throughout the season. That way we can better incorporate our new members and get them some of the knowledge they'll need to start the season.
Thank you. So sorry for the interruption, by the way.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry about that.
We like the idea that you have some departments and like everybody has their own like department and does their jobs. So like it's like the real life, and that's how like some firms work actually. And I like the idea of like you are official about what you do, so that's great. If you were able to plan the education that is given for the robotics and coding, what would your education plan be like? Does your plan have any differences from the current education that is given nowadays?
So we actually have worked with our school on STEM education, So our school has what's called a maker center, and that's basically what provides us with our build space. But within that build space, there's also resources for students to take different classes. So like right now we have a class called Renewable Energy, Engineering Principles, things like that, where our mentor is, as a teacher, he is teaching about STEM and stuff. So I would say that if we were to have an educational plan, it would most likely expand on that aspect of the team to create more electives or more funding or something to increase the amount of students that are able to take those STEM classes.
So we actually like go to these rural areas and go to these disadvantaged schools and give them a curriculum that they do activities, little activities, and they try to learn coding and robotics in a like very easy way.
Very basic.
Yeah, also in this way, like we to answer this question like as well ourselves, and like we would actually go expand the vision of the rural areas and just give them these advantages, like these rights that they can like, I don't know, upgrade themselves, and yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and I have a question. How could you define FRC as a team? What does FRC mean to you?
I think FRC to us, really, our team likes to focus on like the skills that we're teaching kids. And so like, sure, FRC, we have like our, we're building robots for competition, or we're presenting, for chairmans or whatever, and we're trying to win things. But that's not necessarily what it's all about for our team. Our team really focuses on like, the skills we're providing. And so we want our kids, our students to, have fun on our team and stuff like that. But we really want them to gain these like valuable 21st century skills that they can go on to college and like their future workplace and, already have, things that they know and are familiar with, and so that they can be as successful as possible.
Yeah. For our team, for us, like we are the rural community. Like we have less than 1,000 people in our town. So it's very much about spreading STEM awareness like in our community. So like helping the middle school team or something, like, because they don't really like have a lot of people in our community that are going to be like these big time engineers or something. Like a lot of it is just trying to help expand like what our community thinks they can do. And we do that a lot with our outreach. We have our Michigan Advocacy Conference where we go and present to state officials about increasing after school STEM funding. So that way it'll not only help our community, but like a lot of communities all over Michigan, so that those communities also have the chance to learn more about STEM.
Adding on to what Ty and Annalise said, part of that, our like drive to help others get those 21st century and STEM skills has pushed multiple members of our team. I think both of you work with the FTC team that's in our community. I've worked with an FTC team outside of our community, and numerous other members have. So we try to reach out to smaller teams, FTC, FLL, FLL Junior, and I believe we've helped some FRC teams. I don't know if we provided mentors, but we try to reach out our spread within our community to our smaller schools like Annalise was talking about, as well as outside our community, however we can.
That's great. Like you actually do what we aim to do, and that's like how FRC brings us all together, and we really appreciate this. I don't know. But
I get what you're going for. I understand.
So we would like to end this meeting in a very fun way. Can you share with us a funny memory that happened to you during a competition or tournament?
This didn't happen during a competition or a tournament, but one of the funniest things that happened, at least in business, was Ty got canceled. So we made a little poster for him. We put stickers around it and we say Ty got canceled. And he got canceled because he was doing something. I can't even remember what it was. But then every time from then on that Ty was like doing something he wasn't supposed to, we were like, Ty, you're gonna get canceled. Or if he did something like good, we're like, all right, Ty, we'll uncancel you for today. And it was just sort of an ongoing joke that we made him the butt of. So sorry, dude.
It's all right. My favorite memory is it was my freshman year and we were making a prop for our chairman's presentation. And we were in our old build room and we had to spray paint something. And we found this little like toy car there. And so we had orange and blue spray paint, which are our team colors. And so we spray painted the car orange and blue. And we call it Pie Car after the Fighting Pie. And so now when we go into like chairman's presentations or sponsorship presentations or anything like that, we bring that with us, whether it be like in someone's pocket or like hidden away somewhere, just as like a lucky little memento to bring us luck during our presentation or our competition or whatever.
That's
Mine's also not from an actual competition. In 2019,
Yeah.
that was sophomore.
I don't know. Keep going.
Anyway, 2020, whatever year we had,
Our last competition.
yeah. We were going through the design process and the design for a robot was changing constantly. And I'm part of the CAD team. And my job was designing the intake arm for our robot. And we had to start making a counter on the board because throughout the year, I made 14 and a half different intake designs. So the counter just keep growing and it being a running joke throughout the CAD team was great.
One thing for me that I really liked at competitions was our mascot. We have a big costume that we get in, and our mascot is the Pie Guy. And at States a few years ago, I was in it, and we had all the mascots from the whole competition walk around and like get in the elevator all at the same time and like go around the whole competition with all the different mascots together.
Thank you for all of your answers. We had a similar story from one of you, that you told. We have a little charm thing that we bring to our chairman presentations as well. It's the octopus made out of wool, I guess. One of our members' mom knitted it for us, and it's this big, and we bring it here, and everyone loves it. It's more famous than us, and we joke about this all the time, because when we go to these schools to teach kids robotics, they don't care about robotics and just go for the octopus. Yeah, that's a similar thing, I guess. And thank you for all of your answers, and thank you for your time. We would like to meet again soon, maybe on another project. Also on the kickoff. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
You're welcome.
Yeah. See you
Have
then.
a great kickoff.
All right, bye guys. Have a good
See you.
day.
Bye.